Okay. Oh, hey everybody. Welcome to the Dutchman's Wood Shack, where you never know what's gonna happen. Oh, okay. So today or tonight, I just thought I'd show you a little maintenance update. Okay, so what I'm doing is cleaning the shop. I do a really thorough cleanup. Um, as you can see, looks a lot cleaner than it has. See that? So I'm not really doing any major work right now. I am, but I want to get this shop cleaned up. It isn't. I need to polish a lot of stuff, but like here, I have all the walls and all this. Um, so tomorrow I'm probably gonna mop the floors. Um, but I wanted to show you something. Now I know I posted it earlier. I don't know if it came through, but this here is a late 1970s, early 1980s canister vac. And this happens to be my wife's canister vac. Okay, so now it's an old Sears product. Now, I don't care what anybody says about Sears. Back in the day, this is one of those quality things, quality machines that you could get, and it would last a lifetime, right? Literally, okay. Now, if I should go pull up the manual. I still got it for it. It runs like a top. The only problem I had is the hose. Okay, so I don't know. I thought about seeing if I can make my own hose for this, but yeah. But I took every piece of tape I could find in the shop and did this because there's holes. so, so it's got masking tape. Um, it's actually got some duct tape in there. It's also this metal tape is for like ducting, in your furnace and air conditioner. So what I'm probably gonna do is go to the store and get different colored masking tape and make it like the rainbow effect. It wasn't sucking. Okay, so I was being a suck up. So once I did this, oh, it sucks up. I had to clean my train room. Okay, so here's what I was doing. And that floor hasn't been that clean. I mean, I'm doing around here because I had to take that off. But when I was vacuuming, oh my God, that was, for a shop vac. I mean, I used to use this after my wife gave it up. Got another one for the other one for the house. I got this one. And to this day, I've been using it for, when I was a contractor, I used to use it for cleaning up floors all the time. I can still get the bags for that, believe it or not. And I've got backup for that. And the wheel, the wheel was the only one, it broke. The support here, so I fixed that and got another one. Because you can get this Hillman and Ace. Okay, remember that. Hillman and Ace, that's where you get all these parts from. And it is kind of dirty on the outside. I should clean it up. The only thing that's broken that I have got to figure out how to fix is this. There's a set in here where this is, but it doesn't matter usually. I just go over it. I mean, it works great. So I can use a regular shop vac, but why buy one? So that works perfect. So if anybody says that Sears doesn't make anything, well, that. Anyway, um, shop maintenance. All right. Now, the only thing I could tell you is I was curious about how any of you out there ever do a lot of shop maintenance, or what do you do? How often you do it? Um, this does work. I just have to take and oil it. That thing is worth its weight in gold, in my opinion. But in my training room, that's a disaster. So I'll be working on that tomorrow too. Tomorrow's mop the floor day. I had to remove all this stuff, put it back. All these are all cleaned up to a point. I was in the middle of mopping or wiping them down. Yeah, because they were getting kind of, I was getting kind of gnarly. And see, if you got allergies like me, it makes a difference, you know. Plus maintenance on your shop tools. Now, like I said, that machine, that vacuum out there, think of it, 1980s, that's at least 45 years old, that works like a top. So, there you go. Hey, how you guys doing? Hey, Wade, how's it going? Lens, how you doing? And Michael. Hey, everybody, how you doing tonight? I'm doing shop maintenance. There's probably never been this clean. Well, look at it. You can eat off the floor. Just a little while ago, there was a 2-foot sawdust drift in there. Okay, so yesterday I was at the Chicago Woodturners Pen Symposium, and a lot of the club members that I know belong to my clubs, my other clubs. So that was pretty good. It was worth it. It was going on for 3 days. I didn't go today because I got a company coming in a week, and I had to get a lot of stuff done. So I don't know. For you guys that are out there, I'm not getting a lot of a lot of people aren't coming to this site anymore. So, which, you know, I guess because I'm not on a regular schedule, it's okay. But I haven't seen John or Robin or Connie or anybody for a while, so I don't know what's going on. Anyway, what my plan is, I wanted to talk about shop maintenance, your tools especially. Now, I have an air gun, so what I do, like in this, to make them last longer, the motor's right here. I'll take this air gun and blow through it when I'm cleaning it. And then I'll take this all off and get in here and suck it out, go in here and blow it out. Why do I do that? Bearings. Makes the bearings last longer. I go through this religiously. I oil or grease when I need to grease. Like this thing here has a habit of sticking every once in a while, the chuck. So I'll get some of that lubricant you use on garage doors that is kind of greaseless, and I use that. Same thing with these. Anything that moves, it should be greased or oiled. This, I've got to get the insert for so I can put the chuck on it. Normally I don't have an issue with it, but I want to put a different head on this so this comes out further. So this whole device has to come off, including this. And I have to interchange it. So it's an older style lathe, and it just needs updating on some stuff. Instead of me buying a $2,000 lathe, boy. My drill press there, I burned this thing, I burned the light out on, so now I have to work on it tomorrow. My miter saw, that's good to go. Cleaned it all up today, works good. Do the same thing here. I blow through this, and then I suck it all up. suck it on. My thickness planer and my scroll saw and my bandsaw all have been worked on. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 here, 5 I did, 6 tools I did today. I mopped the floor once, I gotta do it again. Cleaned my bench off, wiped all the walls off. My air purification system's got new filters in it and it's cleaned out. All my hardware has been cleaned now. All that in the back corner is gonna disappear where all my clamps are. I'm gonna build a clamp cabinet back there so you don't see all that crap. That is, I'm gonna move it, once I can move it out, those walls are getting this. I'm putting slats in there like this. I thought about doing them long ways, but I don't know. You guys you think I should do it this way? Or do it like this? And just do an oddball, you know, like I could do it this way and just do it like there, have one stop here and alternate it. So that's because the rest of this, that wall's getting done. The wall in the back will probably, I'm gonna put cabinets in there, so I'm not gonna worry about finishing that. All the walls on this side are gonna get this. Down to there. That wall there is gonna stay the way it is because that's a train room. So what do you think? What do you guys think? Yeah, it is pallet wood. I make a lot of stuff out of pallet wood. Hence, this is actually the brown wood is actually wood that was baseboard out of an 1800s house. This oak was oak wood flooring. This stuff that I got from my friend's place. We pulled it up. The maple I got from those sample pallets from a flooring store. A guy was throwing them out and gave them to me. That's maple, and then these two, that's coal wood from Hawaii I brought back. And I bought the walnut for the base and the yellow ash. But I've made stuff out of pallets. I've actually taken pallets like this and made wood bowls out of them. And what you do is you plane them down a thickness planer, right? To get them to where you want them to be. And then you could stain them if you want. You know, that's a big thing, stain them or color them. Now the big deal is, if you guys are creative, this is where the turning symposium teaches you all this. There were guys that were doing airbrush, offset turning. What else? There's a lady that was doing some oddball creative, like carving stuff. Chicago wood turners. I posted some on here of the videos and the pictures of what I was showing people. And yeah, I mean, you could do all kinds of stuff. Now, if you're, do you do it for yourself, or do you do it, you know, to sell it? That's the other thing. If you're anything that you spend a lot of time in and you want to sell it, you're not going to get very much money for it. Average price point is 25 to 55, and that's it. Anything above that, it's got to be a real special piece of art. So anyway, and that's why I'm kind of doing what I'm doing now. Is I'm building a piece of furniture, and if I sell it, fine. If I don't sell it, fine. My guess is if it turns out pretty good, my wife will take it. So anyway, when you're doing shop maintenance, the two things I wanted to reiterate to people so you don't blow the place up. One is you got to have this and this. Okay, this is an airtight steel bucket. You could put your greasy rags in and stuff, so you don't catch spontaneous combustion. You get fire, there you go. You got to have this available too. So that's the big thing. And the other thing is keep the dust down so you don't blow it up. A good cover on your electrical system so you don't catch, stuff doesn't catch on fire, because that's where it usually starts. So then the other thing is too, a good two-system air purification system. I got my jet up here. Okay, my jet purification system, which I cleaned the filters off today, and then you got my Powermatic vacuum system, and that does okay. I've yet to figure out how to. What I want to do with this is eventually hook up a system here, where I can take the hose when you're sanding, and it's got like a lid, and you could suck up that sand, because when it's going this way, but normally I have that hose sticking like this, and if I got something big enough, like an old vent box, it'll suck up a lot of the dust in here. You won't get it all, but you should, if you're sanding here or anywhere, turn that air system on. Have this going too. So that's a safety factor. And as far as tools, like I said, I got my air hose. Everybody tells me I'm full of air anyway. So, oh yeah, this is kind of a monstrosity. See, now, the problem I have here is when I built this, it's not completely airtight. So, and I wished I'm almost tempted to making these doors airtight. So, but see, what happens is it gets dusty in here. So, that's another thing I have to do at some time. So, I used to make a lot of picture frames for the photography work, because I'm also a photographer. So there you go. But always have paper towels around here. I don't like to leave things on, so a lot of times I'll unplug stuff. That's the other thing. With all these tools here, 99% of the time, at the end of the day when I'm not using them, they all are unplugged and they're all put back in their spot. I might have sawdust on here, but I'll have them unplugged. It plugs into my shop thing here. And then the only thing that stays plugged in right here is there's right here is a G. It's got an adapter on it, so if it goes bad, or what do you call it? Anyway, a surge protector. I can't even think of it. Anyway, so yeah, this whole wall here, all the way down to the corner, will have slats. And I don't think I'm gonna do any more there other than this wall and that corner, because that's the train room down there. See that? That's my other hobby. And I'm in the middle of doing stuff. And I might turn the trains on tomorrow or the next day and show you guys. What do you guys think? Yeah, I know. Well, I'll show you something. Oh, hello. Anyway, yeah, this goes on my radio alarm. That's actually coming off. I'm going to take that radio alarm and selling it. So there you go. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, for what I'm doing here, this whole thing here is going to be encompassed or enclosed. On this side here, I'm going to run a 2x4 all the way up, frame it in more here and here. Take this, I have move this over, and I have another section of this put in here. Make a window, and I'm going to go to Habitat for Humanities and see what they got. I can make a window here, because see what happens is, as I'm turning here, as I'm gouging here, a lot of times it goes that way and it goes that way. Now I've got this here to put down, so that saves everything from going that way. Here, the biggest problem I have is it spits off. When you're going like this, it likes to go like this, and so if I could keep it off the bench, that side's not so bad, but it's the same thing. I'm just going to take it and make it look like this. I've got this as a door, which I can move up and down. It works. I used to have the duct, the hoses up top, but when I close this all in with barnwood, all my roofs and everything are barnwood. See that? I also have a lot of tools I collect up there. So that was a fun project, by the way. But I just haven't had, I don't know, I haven't had the ambition to do anything. It's summertime and I usually do the Mustang thing. So you guys, if I'm not spending time in the sawdust, I'm sorry. I'm too busy. I'm being a grease monkey during the summertime. So I usually go to a car show or two during the week. Okay, so I got a top for this. I'm going to put on. I got my sharpener for my tools now hooked up. And I got to get rid of a lot of stuff that's on here. So, and I finished my bowl. And I keep working on my legs. You know, for that project. Here's my legs. They turned out really good. So, now I just got to fine tune them. And I think I'm going to pitch it just a slight. The way I was looking at it, it's only going to be about this wide. So I'm probably going to pitch it a little bit so that the legs are at an angle. So we'll see. That's just a small table. The next one I do is going to be more complicated. So, but I'm not going to do that until probably the winter. Oh, I have all that stuff. But you guys didn't see that. I have all those tools. I never get rid of it. Well, you see that? Did you guys see me when I was talking about this? That's a 1979 or 80 canister vac. It works like a top. There ain't a thing wrong with it, except for the hose. You see that? Okay, so the only thing bad about canister vacs is the hose. All the wires and stuff go through there and it cracks, you know. So I thought about just taking the whole thing apart completely, taking all that plastic off, and then figuring out a way to get, there's tubing that you can buy that they use. It's kind of like this stuff. And you use this stuff on there. But here's the problem. If you want to put that on there, you have to slice it down the middle to get it to fit. And I looked at the devices with either end. I don't think I could get the molding apart to get it so I can make my own hookup, you know. So what? They did. But tomorrow I'm going to go over to Lowe's and get the multicolored tapes. So that thing's going to be a rainbow tape. That's going to be rainbow tape. Well, see, okay, so everything I got except for one tool in my life, I have one tool break on me. Everything else is still working. That 4-inch belt sander up there works like a top. There's a 3.5-inch circular saw up there. All these planes work. Um, I have a dovetail joiner up there, and then there's a miter saw up there I got from Sears years ago when I was doing. I got a lot of free stuff when I was doing demos for Sears. That's where I got that thing from. Was doing a demo. It was a free play lathe. So yeah, everything works. But see, the one thing I can't stress enough is take care of your tools. If you take care of your tools, the tools will take care of you. And that goes for these things. All right. I did never get rid of my corded drills. They're all ancient history, but they're all good. They work. All right. But here's the problem. These things are outdated now. The new ones are smaller. They're like the old, they're like the Milwaukee ones, right? So I got backups. And if the day comes I have to get more tools, more batteries, I'll figure out a way with that one too. Because I'm too damn cheap. Hey, time is money. What can I say? You know, it's like in my cabinet there. That cabinet's got a lot of, I've got like 5 or 6 corded drills. And I swear by them. They work like a top. If you're doing some heavy duty deck building or something, you should use those. I think I got like a 3/4 inch drill. I can't remember the speed on it, but it's a booger. It'll break your wrist. If you're drilling a hole through a 6x6 for bolts for a decorating support beams. If you're not paying attention, you're like this. It can jump back on you and rip your hand off. So, hey, good night there, Lance. Hey, listen, do me a favor and tell John and all the rest of the guys I said hi. I never hear from them again, so. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. I'm gonna go up and watch some Olympics. You guys been watching any of that? I've been having fun watching it. Crash. Some of the stuff I've seen is crash and burn. So, but anyway, I'm kind of out of breath. My asthma's acting up. So, anyway, and that's what I get for spending a day in the dustbin. So now I can't call myself Dusty anymore, I guess. Anyway, you guys take care. Thanks for watching me. And I'll be on with something creative next week. Okay, guys? God bless. Have a great night. Enjoy your Sunday. Hope you guys go out and do something that's awesome. All right? I'll be doing some editorials for you guys. And I want your opinions. So I'll do some polls, too. I always love it when you guys give me some feedback, too. So, people like Lynn and the DIY handyman and Wade, I appreciate you guys being on here and everything. You guys are awesome people, but I also need some feedback from you guys. What would you like for me to do? And, I'll go from there. Anyway, with that, I'm going to go. Guys, take care and be safe on the weekend. Safe travels for everybody, and God bless.